Tia coming off that terrific outing last time out. Tips the ball, and it is Binghamton that comes away with a tip. It's the Bearcats that have it first. Tracking down the Will court, and the backcourt was Willie Rodriguez. There's Bruce that has it, and now Binghamton will set up in the half court as the Bearcats and Hawks are underway here in Hartford. First of two matchups between these two schools this season. There's Shao, gives it now to Rose. Rose drives in, puts up the left hand, can't get the shot to go. And the rebound cleared by Hartford's John Carroll. And J.R. Lynch for the Hawks. Lynch averaging over 13 points per game, is the third leading scorer for John Gallagher's team. There's Weatherington, gives it to Tia, moves it around left to Carroll, back to Lynch. Off to Dunn. 10 to go in the shot clock. Right side Lynch, NBA range three. It's going to rim out. The rebound cleared by Willie Rodriguez.
Good execution, good solid shot there. Not able to come away with it, but everybody had a good touch of the basketball. They really played well together.
Shaw driving inside. I'm going to call traveling violation, and this Bearcats possession results in turnover.
Well, Binghamton is certainly going to look to post up. Not only do they post up Bruce, they also look to get their guards on the inside. Big team, physical team, a lot of guys over 6'6", but great defense that time by Tia.
Lynch dealing with some full court pressure, gives it off to Dunn. Wins his way by the timeline. The Hawks set up in the half court. Hartford, very impressive numbers in league play. In 3 conference games, they're averaging 72 points plus a game, allowing just 66, and shooting 52% from the field in 3 games, 47% from long range, 82% from the line. You see Dunn miss a little bit too strong. Tia there for the rebound, and the tipping is good. And you talk about garbage points with a big guy from Egypt.
Yeah, both those guys were already right down the block. They did a great job going and pursuing the glass. Hartford's in a great rhythm on offense, able to get the second shot.
Well, Bruce gets the feed inside, goes up, and gets fouled. And one of the post players for the Hawks will pick up his first personal foul. I believe it'll be Tia.
Yeah, and that's something that Coach Gallagher is going to have to watch here today. Tia plays a lot of minutes. The whole team, the whole starting 5 really is high ends of the minutes. They need to keep their core rotation out there, and they're going to continue to attack them on the inside.
Look at Tommy Dempsey, the 6th season at the helm of the Bearcats. Meanwhile, Thomas Bruce goes to the free throw line and misses the first one. He was the player of the week in America East Conference on December 4th, but he can score, averaging over 12 points a game. He wants to work on the free throws, though. Just 55% for the Stripe on the season.
Yeah, they have a few guys that are shooting down in the 50s, and they are getting to the line, so it's really going to be a key stat as we go through this game if they're able to capitalize on some of those free throws.
Misses both here. The Hawks pull down the rebound. Lynch off to Dunn. Here's Dunn driving in deep, puts up the left hand short, and Rodriguez clears the rebound. He's been everywhere, the former star at Cheshire Academy. In the way of Binghamton University now. Now he gets the feed inside, goes up, count the basket, and the foul. Thomas Bruce, the junior from Washington, D.C., played at Math Catholic, gets the feed to tie the game at 2-aside.
Well, he's doing a great job. He really started that entire play down the other end, and as we got it up here, easy dish off and finish, going back to the free throw line.
Bruce going to the stripe, and a chance to give Binghamton its first advantage of the game. Bearcats looking to win 10 games for the earliest in school history. And free throws up and good, so he makes it a 3-2 game. Bearcats overall averaging over 73 points per game. They give up 68 a contest, and they're number 2 in the America East overall in field goal percentage at 48 now. That includes the non-conference games as well, so this team is shot at a great number.
And really a big play right there, because now Atia's on the sideline.
Weatherington tries a 3 and connects right in front of the Bearcats bench. He puts the Hawks on top.
Good ball movement right there. Made the extra pass. Good rhythm. Knocked down the 3.
Binghamton will try and respond. Off the mark that time was Timothy Rose with a 3. And rebound after the miss cleared by John Carroll as Hartford takes over. There's J.R. Lynch in the front court looking for Weatherington. Left side at Dunn. Down low to Carroll. There's Carroll showing some range for a long 2, off-balance shot and some traffic, and he scores.
And that's one of the advantages they have right now. Bruce has got to come out on Carroll. Carroll can stretch you a little bit and play on the inside, so that's a mismatch for Bruce.
Hawks shot 56% on Wednesday at win against Lowell. They've shot 50% or better the last 3 games in 4 of 5. There you see a long-range jumper for the top of the key for Rose. And he knocks one down. That's his first basket of the game to make it a 7-6 score. Hartford on top. Here comes the trap. Dunn recognizes, gets it to Carroll. Right side for Lynch. Back to Dunn. Dunn tries to attack, throws into traffic, and it's ripped off, stolen away by Binghamton. There's Shaw leading the break. Now pulls up free throw line. Extended and scores. So nice job by Binghamton to cash in after the turnover.
Binghamton's very opportunistic in the fast break. They're able to kind of get back into a little bit of pressure here. They just don't want Hartford to get in a great rhythm on the offensive end. Able to get a turnover and go down and convert it.
There's Lynch with the basketball, shouting at the set play from John Gallagher. It's 8th season. Nice shot. It goes to Dunn. Dunn flips it over to Lynch. Right side, Carroll. A three is good. John Carroll and Coach Woodward, he showed that range all season. That is his 11th three this season, and it's now 10-8 Hartford.
Yeah, great ball movement there. Went from one side to the other against the zone. Got to know it. Nice open shot in the corner.
There's Timothy Rose. Flips it now for Shaw. I guess as a defense, you have to decide you want to guard him out there, right?
Yeah, well, I think that they've been switching back and forth between their man-to-man and their zone to keep Hartford out of rhythm, but also with Bruce having to cover him right now, it's a little bit easier for them to play zone so they can cover all the perimeter spots.
Well, Carroll gets the best of the defense that time as he knocks a shot away from Bruce. Hartford comes up with it. Here's now Lynch. Hands it off to Dunn through the hands of Carroll. Already has a couple of baskets for the Hawks. Hartford looking to build in a 2-point edge. We approach the 15-minute mark. Now Carroll for a long two, try to bank it in. Kind of a tough shot, no good. And Shaw pulls down the rebound for the Bearcats.
Yeah, had a mismatch right there. Probably should do a better serve going to the basket, but it's the fadeaway. Nice
job by Emerson Davis to get some space and kind of fade away from 10 and score. That's his first bucket. Tie the game at 10 aside. Now, if you like offense, it's been an offensive showdown for both teams so far. Very similar to Wednesday's game against UMass Lowell.
I think Binghamton's very comfortable. They want to try to get this pace going a little bit, and they're able to set up their press, keep it going up and down the court.
Blagievich checks in for Hartford. A quick pass to Carroll, but the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Binghamton basketball when we come back. 14:47 to go during the first half. Hartford and Binghamton against the Bearcats. Boy, you love those numbers if you're a coach, right, Ted Woodward?
Absolutely, and this could be a good matchup all day. Both these teams are very similar. Binghamton probably wants to play a little bit faster, but both very balanced, so huge game for both teams.
John Carroll going to the free throw line as he was fouled and misses the front end. Carroll, the redshirt junior, has dealt with injuries the last couple of years from Dublin, Ireland. A 70% free throw shooter. He is now 15 of his last 17, if you include today, from the charity strips. He's really picked it up. Second one is up and good. She makes the adjustment. In the process, puts Hartford up by a point. Now some pressure. Andrew Ramirez, he's known for his defense. He comes off the game off the bench for the first time into the game. He's going to help cause the turnover as he tips it to Blagievich. Hartford comes up with a stop. Here's Lynch, right side Weatherington. Tip goes along the baseline, hands in the air and scores. Oh, wow, what a move by Travis Weatherington. The JUCO transfer from Palm Beach State, and it's 13-10 Hartford.
Outstanding job creating the turnover and then converting down the other end. Really attacked it, separated from the ball. Nice, easy basket.
Here's Odero in the game for the first time for Binghamton. Flips it to Farad Muhammad. He's going to try a long three. Short. Blagievich, the rebound for Hartford. Blago's minutes were really reduced early in the season, but he's playing a lot of late. Gives it to Weatherington for a three, and he connects. Travis Weatherington with back-to-back threes for Hartford, and a timeout call by Binghamton as the Hawks go up by 6.
Well, poor job transition defense right there. He is able to get to the basket when he needs to. In all of his balanced threes, he looks great shooting it. Great plays by him.
He's been a nice find for the Hawks this season. Hartford up now by 6 as we approach the 13-minute mark here of the first half.
And this is a nice wrinkle by Coach Gallagher coming out to 1-3-1.
He shot an alley-oop to Odero, but the lead pass a little bit too strong. It was out of bounds along the baseline, and Hartford takes over on another turnover against Binghamton.
One of the things Hartford likes to do is switch up into that 1-3-1, kind of get you out of rhythm, especially coming out of timeouts. Great job that time. Force another turnover.
Yeah, Binghamton 4 turnovers to Hartford's 1, and the Hawks try and take advantage, and they're going to see some full-court pressure right here, Ted.
Yeah, I think Binghamton wants to try to get their turnovers going, create some turnovers for themselves, get some easy baskets in the other end, not have to play against a set defense the entire half.
Hawks break in. Here's Ramirez now running the point with Gerald Lynch on the bench. He comes in generally for defensive purposes, and he's really done a nice job off the bench. Inside of Blagievich, who fakes the defense, goes up strong, and scores. George Blagievich, the junior from Victoria, Australia, makes it 18-10 Hartford.
Great recognition right there. Found the open gap, top of the zone. Middleman defensively popped up, easy down to for a layup right to the block.
Muhammad tries another long-range jumper. Can't get the shot to go. Goes out of bounds and air balls. The fans will get on the sophomore from Florida. And Hartford will take over and looking to get the lead to double digits. Here you go. Take a look again.
Yeah, right to the free throw line. Really fought in the open man on the block. Able to go up.
Going on to not too far from Cooperstown, the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Just a couple of towns away. A couple of dribbles for the 6'4" freshman. The second one is up and good as he rattles him home, and he makes it 21-16. Hartford on top. Full court pressure once again by the Bearcats. And Dunn will walk it up against Thomas Bruce. Off to Wetherington, already his 2 threes of the game for the Hawks. Now to Carroll. Inside look pass to Lynch, who catches and scores.
Tremendous play. Now, Hartford has so many offensive weapons out there right now. You cannot cheat off somebody, and you're going to end up having those backdoor plays come against you. Great job with the extra pass, great cut, great balance on the offensive end.
Lynch, who had 19 points Wednesday against Lowell, his first hoop to make it 23-16. There's Jakob. That's his right side for Odero, and he travels with the basketball. So it's another turnover against Binghamton. Ted, let's take a look at that terrific pass once again, and Lynch able to finish underneath.
Yeah, there's so many guys that are offensive weapons that you just can't get to help and cheat off anybody. You're caught watching the basketball. They always cut hard backdoor, really attack the basket with their cuts. They did a great job with it.
There's Wetherington. He was met there in the catch by Ahern. We'll go with the second option, gives it Lynch, back to Wetherington. Now Dunn, top of the key of 3. A little bit too strong, and he knocked up the rebound for the Bearcats. Jakob goes left side for Schau.
Really got to find a way to get Bruce involved. You really got to get that basketball down to him. He's very difficult to stop in the block, especially with Tia out of game.
No, you're right, and they just try to work it to Bruce, but a terrific job by Carroll to tip the ball away. And it's going to be Hartford basketball, so it's a turnover against the Bearcats. Really good job of the interior by John Carroll.
It is a great job by John Carroll. Coach Gallagher's doing a good job staying in that 1-3-1. And Binghamton has to find a way to get Bruce involved just to be able to get the basketball inside out, give them a little more rhythm on their offensive end.
There's Lynch at the scorer's table, shouting out the set play. And he goes by the timeline, gives it to Dunn, returns the pass to Lynch. Now Hobbs inside to Dunn, back to Lynch. A 3 is good. J.R. Lynch nails the trifecta. That's his first of the game. He has 5. And Hartford's lead goes to double digits for the first time today at 26-16.
Yeah, just playing great on the offensive end. Good rhythm on that shot, good spacing against the zone.
There's Odero. Odero off to Rose, who drives in the feet inside strong to Bruce, who dunks.
Yeah, nice play. Very athletic, great hands on the interior. Around the rim, he's very difficult to keep away from the basketball. Great job by him, and great job on the pass.
There's Lynch, gives it off to Dunn. Left side, Wetherington. Over to Carroll. Now Hobbs, back to Lynch. Wetherington, a 3 is good. Hartford continues to shoot lights out. It's another 3-pointer for Hartford, and it's now 29-18, and 11 points for the big man, for the guard, Travis Wetherington. Playing like a big man. There's a 3 off the mark, and it's Wetherington that grabs the rebound for Hartford. There's Lynch up the gut for the Hawks. Drives in and scores. Oh, boy. Breaking down the defense and getting to the rim is J.R. Lynch, and Teddy now has 7.
Yeah, great job once again, just being opportunistic in transition. Ball wasn't stopped. Help side wasn't set. Able to get to the basket for an easy one.
Hartford has 6 threes and is shooting 60% from the field so far. There's a 3 off balance, no good. Carroll the rebound, off it goes to Lynch. Meanwhile, Binghamton now just 6 of 17 from the field. Here's Wetherington for 3. It's good! Wetherington hits another 3. That is his 3rd of the game, and the Hawks go up 34-18. Timeout, Binghamton.
Tremendous.
And a half, and he's already got 14 points in a little bit more than 14 minutes.
Basket seems really big for him right now, but he's a great addition to what is a upper-class core group here at Hartford. Bringing him in this year, he fits in great. He's starting to get his role really well understood and playing tremendous here today. There's
Muhammad with the basketball and gets a high ball screen, pops from long range and hits. So a terrific job by Tommy Dempsey to come up with a set play after the timeout, and it is Farad Muhammad knocking home a 3-pointer, his 34th this season.
Yeah, they really needed that basket right there just to continue to keep their staying on offensive end to make sure they're continue to score and continue to have some balance from the perimeter and inside.
And that stops a big Hartford run. Wetherington right side to Dunn, gives it to Hobbs. Hobbs going to try a long-range J and hit. Hartford now 8 of 11 from beyond 21 feet. Wow, Jack Hobbs joins the fun.
They're just having a hard time guarding them. There's a number of different guys rising up and shooting the basketball. They're doing a great job in transition as well. Everyone's very confident right now. Basket seems big.
Here's Rodriguez. Gets it off to Muhammad. Now to Shao, a three, a little bit too strong. Skying for the rebound, done on a hand on there. Tipped it to his teammate, and it's J.R. Lynch that tracks it down right in front of the Hartford bench. Lynch calls out the set play now. There's Lynch between the legs of the dribble, gives it now to Blagievich. Now to Weatherington. Now to Lynch. Lynch drives in deep, throws it now for Dunn. Dunn, 6 to go in the shot clock, feeds to Blagievich down in the paint. Blag, the tough two, a little bit short, try to use the help of the backboard, but Binghamton will clear the rebound. There's Timmy Rose, alley-oop to the cutting Thomas Bruce, who cashes in.
A tremendous play by a big man running the court, block to block right there, and being able to finish that at that angle is a tremendous play.
There's Hartford on the attack. Dunn, left side Lynch. Back to Dunn. Hobbs gets the touch. Now Weatherington, a three, is good. 5th three of the first half for Travis Weatherington. Wow. And it's 40-23. Weatherington has 17 points.
We just measured that up. Feet were set. And the ball just immediately is moving from Hartford player to Hartford player. Hitting their hands. Next available guy. That zone is having a hard time covering all those perimeter shooters right now.
I mean, if you're Binghamton and you're trying to do something to avoid that, I mean, he's just been a hot hand.
Well, you have to try to. One thing is they're very balanced, so it's very difficult to just isolate on one guy.
Right.
But they are finding the open man. They are playing well to be able to do that on that end of the court.
Rodriguez has the ball taken away by Dunn as Hartford comes up with his stop. You're right. When everyone's hitting, and Hartford is 15 for 24, 62% for the field, 9 of 12 from three-point land. Here's Weatherington again. It's good! Travis Weatherington! Another three-pointer, and it's 43-23 Hartford. Weatherington has 20. He is 7 for 7 from three-point land.
Yeah, he's feeling awfully confident right now. Tremendous shot. They're all going in.
I'm not sure I've seen this before. I remember Joe Zaglinski and Wes Cole used to love to fire, but I'm not sure they started 7 for 7. There's Lynch. 43-25 Hartford after the Binghamton field goal. And that's got to be some kind of feeling if you're Weatherington. You said it, Coach. It's like the basket is just so big. Inside it goes to Blago, catches, goes up, and gets fouled. Defense collapsing on Blagievich. They didn't want to get up the layup that time.
Well, it's just so hard for that zone right now to get out to every single one of the shooters. And as a result, now all of a sudden the interior is open. They're able to go right on the inside and finish off.
I mean, Hartford is shooting 65% basically and has for the first 16 minutes of this game as Blagievich goes to the free throw line. George 4 of 11 this season from the stripe. Again, his playing time has really increased of late. And he's going to be a big part of this team, I think, as the season wears on, especially in league play now. He's averaged now 15-plus minutes in his last 7 games.
Well, this is a great run with him in the game right now. With Atia going out of the game early with 2 fouls, he came in earlier than normal, but he's been a perfect complement to the rest of their offense. Has done a great job on the defensive end, has held Binghamton off the glass. He's playing great basketball.
And he makes both free throws and make it 45-25. So lead back to 20. That equals Hartford's largest advantage here this afternoon. Binghamton tries to respond.
Binghamton's just having some trouble against this 1-3-1, just getting in rhythm and getting the shots that they want.
There's Rose looking for Muhammad just outside the arc. Gives it right side to Shao. Now Rodriguez pulls up from long range. He can't hit, and the rebound taken down by Carroll. Off it goes to Lynch, and here comes Hartford.
Yeah, they really need Rodriguez to get going. A guy that can go ahead and score in a number of different ways, very versatile. Got to knock down those shots and try to continue to attack the interior as well.
Here's Lynch, catches really deep underneath the basket, and Shao gets called for the foul. And it might be almost a bailout play. I'm not sure Lynch had anywhere to go. He was in a tough spot underneath the basket, but former head basketball coach Ted Woodward as we zoom here in the second half. And Ted, what do both teams you think talk about at halftime?
Well, Binghamton just has to come out with a lot of energy. They have to really play hard both ends of the court, play well together. Hartford just wants to continue to stay in that rhythm, have that edge to them, play hard on both ends, make sure they get the rhythm shots they want on offense, and keep doing a great job keeping Binghamton off the glass and forcing those turnovers.
There's Atia, the big guy inside, trying to back his way in. Spins towards the hole, elevates, can't get the shot to go. It was altered that time by Rodriguez, and the Bearcats clear. That's Binghamton in the road greens, Hartford the home whites. That was Rodriguez missing the shots, and Atia tips the rebound of Wetherington as Hartford comes up with a stop. Well, Carroll gets the feed on that right wing. Feeds it to Cutting Dunn, who comes up short and gets fouled.
Really great job on offense that time. A high ball screen, forced Binghamton to the switch. Everyone saw the mismatch coming. Everyone was watching the basketball. Good hard back cut. Once again, sharing the basketball for a free throw. As you can see right here, they had already forced the mismatch. Now as that back door goes, everyone's watching the play, able to get to the free throw line.
Jason Dunn makes the free throw, a 77% free throw shooter this season. Dunn in the game for the Hawks. 4 points now. Make it 5. He was 1 for 5 from the floor from the field, and Hartford's lead goes to 28. 1 minute into the second half. There's Binghamton on the attack. Rose off to Rodriguez. The hands up now to Shao. Steps into a three and connects.
Nice job. Really good patience on the offensive end. Good solid ball screen handoff. Shao open for that three. Bounce, knocks it down.
That's his first of the game. He had a tough first half. 0 for 4 from long range. He had 1 basket. That's a 2-point field goal. He makes it 58-33. He's got now 4. Inside of Wetherington, who catches, comes up short. That's his first miss of the game. He was 7 for 7 from the field in the first half, but just kept a little bit short on that little bunny jumper. Top of the key, a 3 by Shao again, and he nails it.
A nice play by Shao. He needs to get going here. They need to have really their top 3 guys step up, be able to carry the load some so everyone can feed off them. He knows he's that guy. He's made 2 big shots back to back.
He can shoot it, Coach. 36%, third in the American East Conference in 3-point field goal percentage. He was Mr. Basketball in the state of Pennsylvania in 2014. There's Atia off to Lynch. Now to Carroll. A 3 is good.
Once again, great job by Lynch off that ball screen. He was able to drag the big defender with him, create separation, throw back, able to knock that shot down. Tremendous job by him.
Yeah, I mean, he got the look he wanted. I'm scratching my head. You're up 26. You're shooting threes, but I guess if it goes in, right?
It was a great rhythm shot. They knew exactly where they wanted to go, and that's Hartford's offense. They're going to continue to stay with their offense. Good, solid balance inside and out. Good, clean shot. Able to knock it down.
Yeah, don't change what's got you here for sure. Here's Davis, the feed inside of Rodriguez. Double teamed, and Hartford comes up with a stop. Atia got his hands in defensively to make that happen. Another turnover against the Bearcats. Lynch now from Wetherington. Fakes the 3, drives to the hole, puts it up, and in.
Great recognition that time. They jumped out on his 3 in transition. Really opportunistic on the fast break areas for him to get to the basket.
Timmy Rose with the basketball. Bounces now for Rodriguez. Played by Atia. Gets some space. Shoots a long 2. Short. And Lynch, the rebound for Hartford. There's Lynch. Off to Wetherington. Wetherington's going to drive in. Feeds it underneath to Atia, who dunks. Hassan Atia slams to the left hand.
Tremendous play. Once again, started by Lynch in transition. They had the defense scrambling. Took the extra pass. Able to get Atia involved.
Emerson Davis with the basketball for Binghamton. Got an alley-oop it inside of Rodriguez, but Hartford able to knock the ball away again. That's the second time that's been an ill pass, deflected, and Hartford comes up with a stop.
Once again, they have the mismatch inside if they want it.
Now Wetherington to Carroll. Over to Atia. Right there in the catch there by Bruce. 5 in the shot clock. Here's Carroll, another long 3, and he connects. Hartford continues to knock down 3-pointer after 3-pointer. Hawks have now 13 in the game. Hartford is 13 for 17 from long range. That's unbelievable.
It's incredible. They're doing a great job. Everything is balanced. Everything is in rhythm. Everybody's a participant.
And Carroll as well. He is 3 for 3 from long range. Inside of Bruce. Not a shower 3. Short. And the rebound tipped up, batted around. Hartford comes up with it.
I know we talk about their offense. Their defense doing a great job today as well. They have not allowed Binghamton to have any clean rhythm looks for the most part throughout the course of the game. Everything is a longer pass over the top of a defender. Things out of rhythm. Force them kind of out of their game on that offensive end.
There's Lynch trying to catch his breath. Gets it off to Carroll. Dangerous pass. He fired it in. And it went into the hands of Binghamton, but Atia able to knock it away. And Hartford comes up with a 3 in the shot clock. There's Lynch, and now the strip from behind. Binghamton comes up with it. Home run pass to Davis, who catches and scores. Good job by Binghamton at a fast break that time to translate that turnover to points. 68-38. This has been all Hartford. Binghamton had a 1-point lead early moments of the first half, and then just could not stop Hartford's hot shooting. There's a Tia left side of Carroll. Now to Lynch. Handoff to Dunn. Now to Weatherington. Another three, and it's good. Travis Weatherington hits his 7th three of the game. Now the record is 10. That was Wes Cole here in the Sports Center, and he makes it 71-38. Inside, Rodriguez catches, goes up for the shot, and gets fouled. And the Hawks, big guy John Carroll, will pick up the violation. And that's going to be his second personal foul. And all-time leading scorer in the Division I era, averaging over 10 a game this season. The goose egg so far, hoping to end that right here.
Yeah, he's been struggling shooting from the perimeter. He is a guy who's versatile. He can go inside and out, and they need him along with Bruce and Chow to be able to carry the load of their offense. They just haven't had that balance today, and just trying to get him going, especially coming off a good game last game.
He was great.
Really hoped that he was go ahead and be able to be consistent, but it's just been a struggle for him today.
Now there's his first point. It comes at the line. The former star from Cheshire Academy, who scored over 2,000 points in high school at East River in Orlando, and he came in with 1,282 points, most ever in the Division I era for the Bearcats, and he gets his first here with 14 minutes to play. The Hawks on top, 71-39. This has been all Hartford thus far. Here's Carroll. Don't look past it, Dunn. Try to get it to Atia, but the pass deflected into the hands it goes of Thomas Bruce. Weatherington able to steal it away, but the whistle on the floor, they're going to say that.
Nice hands there. Nice hands there by Lynch.
Yeah.
And with the steal, stop the transition break.
And now two officials will chat. Ryan Zaberski and Michael Kitts. And set to inbound for the Bearcats, it is Josef Jakob, the senior who missed a lot of the season early on with a concussion. He's working on his master's degree. There's Thomas Bruce trying to work his way in, and they're going to call a foul before the shot on Hassan Atia.
Finally able to get it inside to Bruce. He made a real nice move right there. Atia just picked up his third foul. He's got trouble covering that quickness a little bit down there in the block for somebody as athletic as Bruce. Just trying to get him back to the line and get him around the rim.
Atia 4 points today, coming off just a monster game. 20 points in 27 minutes Wednesday against Lowell. They haven't needed him, though, with so many other scores today for the Hawks. You see Bruce miss the front end, and most of the damage for Hartford coming from long range today.
Oh, it has been, and they've done a great job with it all the way through. Binghamton's had trouble switching their defenses, been able to guard them either out of man or zone. The zone in the first half was taken apart by a lot of those deep threes and also some interior passing to the free throw line. Second half now, they're pretty much a man-to-man, but Hartford's very balanced and thriving right now on the offensive end, being consistent, sharing the basketball.
After the make, 71-40. Here's Carroll, right side Weatherington. Now to Lynch. Hawks have made 14 threes in the game. Team record is 18. That was back on February 17, 2008, a conference game against UNH. Here's Lynch. Tried the long two that time. Couldn't get the shot to go, and it goes out of bounds. Well, what would be good for Hartford, I was going to ask you about this, Ted, a little bit earlier. J.R. Lynch has played so many minutes, leads the conference, averaging over 36 minutes per game. I guess as a coach, and no one knows this more than you need to pick spots to give guys some time off, right?
I think you do, but at the same time, Coach Gallagher, he has no problem playing some of his top guys multiple minutes. The way that they play, the style that they play, kind of conserves some of that energy, and he's doing such a great job. Right. It's hard to take off the floor. I think they probably think they're in a great rhythm, continue to have him out there, and he's handling it well. He doesn't look tired even a little bit. He looks like he works hard, stays in great physical shape, and he's doing a great job throughout the game.
Well, Shaw really heating up in the second half. He hits another three and has 11 in the game now to make it 71-43 as we get to the 13-minute mark this possession. There's Lynch, and Lynch is just one of those guys where he loves to play basketball. He is one of the first guys in the gym. They call him gym rats, and the first one here 2 hours before the game shooting threes.
Yeah, you can just tell he does all the little things right, both ends of the court, leads this basketball team.
Here the photo in traffic is around and out. Bearcats clear the rebound. Muhammad Off to Shao. Shao inside to Bruce. Up top, Jakob a three off the mark. Carroll skies the rebound and corrals with both hands. Now Lynch has it for Hartford, right in front of the Hawks bench. John Gallagher standing with his arms crossed. Lago inside of Carroll, the mismatch inside, and he scores. Terrific feed inside for John Carroll to finish.
Great post up in there. Hartford does a great job, especially with the leads. They're going to run their stuff on the offensive end. They're going to get the shot that they want, continue to execute every single possession down the side.
That's 12 straight games. Carroll's been in double digits. Hartford by 30. As Muhammad drives in, can't get a shot to go, and a foul called on the play. And there's a whistle against the Hawks. No, I beg your pardon, a whistle against the Bearcats. So it'll be Hartford basketball. Ramirez and Hobbs check in. Weatherington and Carroll take a seat. Time in 9 games, and Coach Gallagher, and it's one thing to emphasize so much in practice. We all know how hard the coaching staff works, but when you get the doubles, it sees the results. They can really get everyone on the same page, can't they?
Well, much like Binghamton, this is a very experienced basketball team, and now you bring Carroll back, and he's a huge element. And I know Coach Gallagher's talked a lot about that. The way John is very well known for his motion offense, and when you have 5 different positions that you have to guard, it's very difficult to cover. They all know what they can do right now. They're very comfortable in their roles. They're sharing the basketball. It's confidence. It's going to continue to manifest itself. And really on the defensive end, they've been doing a great job. They've been contesting shots. They've been closing off possessions, except for that one, of course. But they've been really doing a great job hustling back, not giving Binghamton anything easy.
Thomas Bruce, the junior from Washington, the American East Player of the Week, back on December 4th, cashes in. Make it 73-47. There's Dunn now for Weatherington. Gets some space now. Gets a look at the three, and he connects. Travis Weatherington is 8 for 8 from three-point land. Wow. Pacing Hartford's offense with 28. He has been a man on a mission.
Incredible. And he's very consistent emotionally, too. It looks like he expects every single one to go in, and he's been right all day today.
Try to feed the ball inside to Stewart. He comes off the bench of the Bearcats, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartford, so it'll stay Bearcats basketball. The shot clock down at 19. 76-47 Hartford. There's Muhammad. Flips it left side for Shao. Another three. A little bit too strong that time. And Dunn grabs the rebound and gets fouled from behind. Hit that time by Tyler Stewart, the freshman from Silver Springs, Maryland.
Yeah, that defense is just getting them off their spots. They're a couple feet back off that arc instead of being in rhythm right on the arc. They're doing a great job. Their hands are in passing lanes, getting some deflections, and forced turnovers throughout the course of the day. Defensively, they've all played hard, very well. Execution has been tremendous, and been able to close off the rebounds out of the zone.
There's Ramirez trying to dribble away from the double team. Takes it all the way to the basket. Can't get the shot to go. Blagojevic there for the rebound. And he scores. 78-47. Big guy from Australia has 6. There's Tyler Stewart. Matched up against Hobbs and goes up for the shot. And Jack Hobbs fouls him.
I think, as you mentioned before, Coach Gallagher is using this opportunity to rest Lynch some. And,
a little bit, but you're absolutely right, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, game far from over, but you got to pick your spots.
Absolutely, and I think he's using this opportunity, especially with the cushion that they have right now, to be able to get some other people some minutes in that position. You never know what's going to happen, foul trouble, anything in a particular game. And really, Hartford did a great job adjusting early in this game to Atia being out with Blago in there. So, now having a chance to mix some other players into this rotation, it's got a great opportunity to use it as game simulation, as game time, actual game time, to be able to help these guys out and get them some quality minutes under their belt.
Stewart 1 for 2 from the line. There'll be a lane violation, and he will get another shot as well. 78-48 to score. Ted, how difficult does it make an opposing coach in preparation for Hartford when you get so many scores? We talked about in the open, Hassan Atia, a great game, 20-plus points last time out, then a beast on the boards as well. And now, Weatherington can shoot the three, but other coaches are going to look and say, oh, my God, he hit 8 threes in a game.
Well, that's one of the things they have right now. The way that they run their offense, if they are able to have 5 players that can score at different positions and lots of balance, it makes them incredibly difficult to guard. It's hard to go zone because they have a number of shooters out there. They do a great job forcing mismatches through ball screens and dribble handoffs. They go inside out. They're willing to post multiple players. Really, in the system that they have, when they're able to have 5 guys on the court that can score, they're very, very difficult to defend, which they've shown throughout the America East season, even going back into the latter part of December. They're shooting over 50% numerous games. They're shooting from 3. They're really well balanced, high assists, doing a great job playing together and really fitting into all their different roles and comfortable with it.
I'd love to see what you just saw if you're a head coach. Players diving into a 30-point game. There's a miss, and Ramirez the rebound, and both teams still getting after it with 8 minutes to play. And there's Weatherington. Off to Twyman, inside of Blagievich. Going to back his way in, trying to get the angles. Fades away from 6, can't get the shot to go. Shalahan on the rebound, it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Binghamton basketball. Well, they're going to say Hartford basketball. So the Hawks will keep possession. And Jack Hobbs will inbound for Hartford, looking to improve to 3-1 in league play and lock up its 10th victory of the season. Hartford last year won 9 games in the entire year as Weatherington tried to get it to Hobbs. Hobbs, the floater in traffic, and he scores. Jack Hobbs, the senior from Anchorage, Alaska. He makes it 80-48 Hartford as we go inside 8 minutes. How about Hartford? 62% for the field.
Really have been able to do it both halves, all the way through the course of the basketball game, making shots.
There's Davis. Right side, Stewart tries the 3, and he connects. Tyler Stewart, freshman, rookie of the week in the conference on December 11th. And Binghamton expecting big things from him. Meanwhile, Hartford able to cash in back the other side.
They're just all playing hard. I mean, after a made basket, being able to get up the court 3-4 seconds and convert, great job by them. Blago
with 8 in the game. Binghamton able to respond as back and forth we go. Timmy Rose cashing in. He's got 9, and it's 82-53. Hawks looking to score the most points all season. They scored 86 points against Sacred Heart in a victory here at Richmond Pavilion earlier this season. Blago gets the feed inside, but a foul call, and it is against Binghamton. 7:01 to go. Hartford feeling it.
On the screen there, 30-49, 61% from that point. And really, Hartford's going to end up being 7-3 from the time he was inserted in the lineup. As I mentioned before, a very experienced basketball team, getting Carroll back and all the different things they've done. They're upperclassmen, but he's been a tremendous addition. Now he's feeling very comfortable in the flow of the offense and defense. Incredible job by him and really by all the 5 starters and the role players coming off the bench for the Hawks.
And here's Andrew Ramirez set to make his move as he drives in, throws with Twyman. The ball tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Hartford basketball goes off of Schau. Now, there was some blood on George Blagievich's uniform, so he has switched jerseys. He's now wearing 21, so George Blagievich, due to blood on the jersey, now 21 as he rips off that number 4. See if that is kind. Blago, a couple of points early on. There's Weatherington again for 3-point land. That's his first miss of the game. Can't get a shot to go. Hobbs secures the rebound, and a fresh 30 for the Hawks to work with.
Tremendous job going up, get that extra possession for him.
There's Ramirez. There's it now for Twyman. Over to Weatherington. Ramirez. The Hobbs. Blagievich, who's really played well his last 6 games. He gets the feed inside. Fakes once, pump fakes, and scores. I guess 21 is okay for Blago.
Yeah, he did a great job getting good solid position there in the post. Being able to go finish.
84-53 Hartford with 6:13 to go.
One thing we mentioned as we were talking about Weatherington, coming out as a junior college player, obviously there's a lot of different opportunities he has down and playing in Florida junior college, but be able to come onto this team and really fit in. Sometimes there is a 5, 6, 7 game adjustment period, but I think he's adjusted very well to the whole speed of Division I, all the different things he needs to do, and he's found his role, found exactly the things he's doing a tremendous job of, handling the basketball, getting to the basket when the opportunity presents itself, and being balanced on those threes.
Wilhelmo knocking down a long-range jumper, 86-55. There's Ramirez getting caught up against Bobby Ahern, and they're going to call jump ball. Possession now favors Hartford, so it'll stay Hawks basketball. Hartford went 4-2 in December, and now trying to start the month of January 3-1. And for most teams, Ted, January is a busy month.
It is a busy month.
Once you get to league play.
Yeah, every 3 or 4 days you're playing a game, so to be in that type of rhythm and flow right now is a great thing.
There's Weatherington throws to Ramirez. Matched up against Muhammad. Inside of Blagievich, who fades away from 10. Can't get the shot to go. Twyman to handle the rebound and gets fouled. Good job by Max Twyman and mix it up with some of the big guys underneath the hoop.
Well, Hartford still playing hard. Bench is still very involved in the basketball game, going after every loose ball. They're going to play 40 minutes today, buzzer to buzzer.
You love to see that as a coach, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's great to have that enthusiasm, especially we just mentioned playing every 3 and 4 days, keeping that positivity, keeping that energy going. Really helps out throughout your team. Everyone, it's a very infectious teammate to teammate. They're doing a great job sharing it all throughout the basketball team.
Try to get it inside of Blagievich that time. The ball is loose, and Binghamton comes up with a stop. There's Farad Muhammad. He's going to drive in against Jack Hobbs. Those at right side for Stewart. Can't handle, goes out of bounds. There'll be a turnover against the Bearcats, and Hartford takes over. 14 turnovers now against Binghamton. Hartford has just committed 7 turnovers in the game.
Done a real nice job taking care of the basketball throughout the game. Withstood some of the pressure early by Binghamton in the full court and was able to capitalize on all their different possessions as a result.
There's Blagievich, gets it to Ramirez. Ramirez getting some space, firing a 3 and connecting. Hit the ground as well, and he connects to make it 87-55. Does Ramirez, his 8th of the game. Hartford now 2 3-pointers shy of the team record. And Stewart tries the 3 and hits. Raining threes, he's got 7 in the game, and it's 87-58. On the other side, another 3 once again. How about that? 90-58.
Incredible. He is just in such a rhythm right now and feels incredibly confident every time he rises up and shoots the basketball.
31 points to lead all scorers. Now down the other side, Ramirez is able to get the rebound after the Binghamton miss. 31 points for Travis Weatherington. Weatherington 9 for 10 from long range. Hartford 17 for 22. They're shooting 77% from three-point land. Now Weatherington, another 3. It's good! Travis Weatherington with his 10th 3 of the game. That ties a school mark here at Hartford. Wes Cole had 10 a few years ago. Now he's one of the assistant coaches for the Hawks. And on the other side, Binghamton tries to drive in. Hartford closing in on 100. 3:23 to go.
The games you really, last 4 minutes you like as a head coach, certainly when you're up like this. I mean, I'm sure Coach Gallagher's excited to have a chance to get everyone who works hard for that program in the game. Certainly the way they're playing, they have a lot to be thrilled with today, and will get themselves ready for their next game first thing tomorrow. But really enjoyed this opportunity, this victory. They played hard on both ends of the court, really executed his entire game plan, both on offense and defense, and with getting possessions, forcing turnovers, keeping the ball with them, and by keeping Binghamton off the glass and keeping them away from second shots, especially.